Welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg. I'm Village President Al Larson. In this episode, we'll talk with the Prairie Center Arts Foundation about their annual celebration fundraising event. Then we'll hear from representatives of the Trickster Gallery about their upcoming powwow event. And we'll finish out the program by taking a look at what's in store for this year's Septemberfest. All of this and more today on Speaking of Schaumburg. Prairie Center Arts Foundation was founded in 1990 as a means to vitalize and enrich the cultural arts by providing financial support for the Prairie Center for the Arts. With us today to talk about their annual celebration event are Sue Resmer-Sosha and Renee Netzer. Well, welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg.
Thank you very much.
Well, tell me about your involvement. How did you get involved in this Prairie Arts Foundation?
I work for a local company here in Schaumburg, and I have a great deal of interest in the arts and met Lucinda at one of the networking events, and we just kind of were drawn to each other, and she asked me to join the foundation board, so here I am.
How long have you been on the board?
Oh, it's been probably since May. I mean, okay. I'm a new member to the board.
Okay. Renee, how about yourself?
My husband and I started volunteering with the ushering and working the concession stand through the Friends Volunteer Group, and then I also was asked to join the board, and I've been on the board for 2 years last May.
Weren't you Volunteer of the Year?
Yes, we were Volunteer of the Year 2 years ago.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, tell me about this celebration event. It's a great venue, outside, inside, all over the place. When is it going to be, and how does one get tickets to it, and who's going to be there to perform?
Okay, it's Saturday, September 15th. It starts at 7 p.m. and goes to 11. We'll have food vendors from 7 to 9. We have 4 different bands, which we'll go into in a minute, and multiple different restaurants for eating, where you get little tastings from different restaurants, and the restaurants are Bonefish Grill, Buffalo Wild Wings, Chandler's, John Barleycorn, Leifel Bistro, Lincoln Whiskey Kitchen, Moretti's, Pita House, Sam and Harry's, Seasons 52, Valdelia, Westwood Tavern, and Whole Foods.
What's your favorite?
Oh, Seasons 52. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As far as the entertainment for the evening, we're going to have a band called One Sweet Jane, and we'll have another one
What's it called again?
One Sweet Jane.
That's what I thought you said.
It's actually a local...
Is that one woman, the show? Is that...
Yes, it is. And she's very local. She's got a great following. So I think we're going to get a lot of folks that'll be interested in coming to see her as well.
What kind of music does she sing?
Oh, it's kind of on the pop side, and just a lot of energetic music.
Okay.
And then there's another one called Bogamont. They're a duo. And then we're going to have one called Lincoln Don't Lie. And then we'll also have a traveling magician going around throughout the evening, and this is all happening from 7 until 9.
Doing card tricks and stuff? Or?
Yes, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to have our main stage, which is going to be the ABBA Salute Band, which I do believe you had a few years ago at Summer Breeze.
Yeah,
and they were a huge success. Yeah. So we're bringing them back.
Well, they're a Swedish group, and I'm Swedish, so that's great.
And then we have other things going on as well. There's going to be a photo booth. This is the first time we're doing this photo booth. So there'll be all types of costumes and hats and things like that people can put on and have this strip of pictures, just like you used to have at the arcades when we were kids, and you'd go.
I never went to those.
Oh, well, okay.
Some of us did, and they're fun.
Yes. And then there's going to be raffles, and there'll be silent auction. And
what are some of the silent auction things?
Oh, we've got tickets for Walt Disney World.
Okay.
We got those donated. There's an autographed picture of A.J. Przinsky that was donated.
He's a White Sox
Yes, he is.
Player.
Yes, he is.
I'm a Cub fan here.
I'm waiting to hear back from them. I usually get something from them as well, so I'm waiting to hear back.
Okay.
So some of these are just starting to roll in.
Okay.
And then a new thing we're going to introduce this year is called Wine and Dine. And for $35, you select a bottle that has an envelope attached to it, and inside the envelope has a minimum gift certificate of $25, and it could go from $25 to $50 to $75 to $100.
Who's supplying the wine?
Really, The wine's going to be coming from the foundation board. We're going to be making the donation for the wine.
Why am I not surprised that the foundation board would be in charge of the wine? Huh?
It's our reputation.
You guys had an event just recently, didn't you? A little party before, or no, those for volunteers, right?
Yes, last Saturday we did have an event sponsored by the board to thank all of our volunteers for all their support throughout the year.
Now, what does celebration cost? I mean, how does someone get tickets? And
the tickets are $50, and that includes all of your food and the entertainment, and then there will be a cash bar that you can also buy drinks with.
Oh, that's great. Sounds like a great evening. So.
Yes. And you get tickets by going to Prairie Center website, or you can come to our box office.
Part of that's outside too, isn't it, on the plaza?
Yes.
What group is playing out there?
I don't think that's been decided yet.
Yeah, we're just in the planning stage, but
Sounds like
hopefully the weather will cooperate like it has most years, and we'll have one band outside with several restaurants, and then the rest we put throughout the building, so you get a behind-the-scenes tour. We put out some of the costumes from some of the shows that that have been put on here, so you can see the storeroom and some of the costumes.
So you have the upper level here. I mean, you have the first level, and then you have the
downstairs.
Downstairs, and this studio is turned into kind of a cabaret, isn't it?
Right. One of the groups will, I think One Sweet Jane will be down here in the studio.
And then you have the main stage, of course, is the theater, right?
Right, and that's where the ABBA tribute's going to start at 9 o'clock.
How long does that last?
That's going to last about an hour and 45 minutes. There's going to be a little break in between so we can do some of the other activities for silent auctions and raffles. But then the whole event, I should say the band itself will wrap up around 11 o'clock. People can continue to mingle, have a few aperitifs at the end. And then they
aperitifs.
Can, yes.
Oh my, okay.
And then they can go ahead.
And she knows how to pronounce that
rest
too.
of their evenings.
Well, that's wonderful. It really sounds like a great event. I attended the previous ones you've had, and they very enjoyable, very enjoyable. A lot of excitement. People dancing on stage.
Oh yes,
oh, yes.
Yes.
So you have tables set up on stage and the whole bit.
We anticipate this ABBA salute to really draw a lot of people. It was hugely successful when they did it here for Summer Breeze.
Yes, it was. People wanted them back again, of course, but not come back with a little different venue.
That's right. That's a little bit more intimate.
Oh yes,
I think
absolutely,
that would be great.
Absolutely. So it's going to be a great event. It's in September. The weather's going to hold. Tickets are $50, right?
And get your tickets soon. There's only a limited number that we can sell, so
really?
make sure that you get your tickets.
You do have a limit?
Yes, we do.
What's that limit?
400.
Only 400. So if 500 show up, too bad.
Or unfortunately.
Should have got there earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what kind of attendance have you had in the past?
We've been sitting around 350, somewhere
somewhere
around
around
there.
there.
Some years are better than others.
Oh, sure.
But this year we actually dropped the price to try and attract more people to come in to the venue. So it'll be $50 if they pay in advance and $60 at the door if there's any tickets left.
Yeah, if there's tickets left. Well, that's great. Well, you guys do wonderful work. And the celebration is one of the high points, I think, of the Prairie Center season. You know, it attracts a lot of local folks who live near here to pop right in and dance a little bit, and drink a little bit, and eat a little bit, and watch ABBA, a great Swedish band.
Yeah. Right, and you get to try a lot of different restaurants so that then you can go back and visit them in the future.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. You've been here before.
Yes, I have. Thanks.
Thank you. Schaumburg's Trickster Gallery is the only Native American-operated fine arts institution in Illinois. We'll find out what they're up to next, here on Speaking of Schaumburg. Located in Schaumburg's town square, the Trickster Gallery features contemporary Native American art as well as film, screenings, speakers, panel discussions, and workshops. With us today to tell us more about all that is Joe Pedlasic and Leanne Hascom Ward. Well, welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg.
Hi.
Leanne, how did you get involved in the Trickster Gallery?
I think back in 2006, I got introduced to the gallery because I just moved here from Arizona. So it was kind of like a place when I went there, it was like home away from home because they came from the Navajo reservation. So I liked it. A lot of people are very friendly there. And then I got more involved when the events took place because they do have a lot of nice events going on.
Well, Joe, you're the guy that started all this. You know.
Yeah. Well, we did.
Yes,
right?
that's true.
Thanks to you in the village of Schaumburg.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. What is your role? I mean, what I know you.
So I'm the executive director.
Now, wait. Now, I know you've answered this question before, but a lot of folks haven't heard this question or the answer to it. What is it? Trickster Gallery. What's the connotation there?
Trickster Gallery is a word that we thought of very carefully in having this opportunity, is because a trickster is a teacher. It's an educator. It's a spiritual educator. And it works across cultures. It's not specific to Native. And that's what we wanted to do, is bring in everyone so they feel comfortable. But there's a teaching lesson in art. You know, all three of us could look at the same piece of art and see three different things and learn three different things from it. And that's the element of a trickster. It's not a physical teacher. It's more of a spiritual and how you learn. And sometimes it'll play tricks on you to see something that you haven't, or learn things that are more challenging than you expected, to take you into a different route of understanding and appreciation of the arts.
Now you've got that building, like iconic building in Town Square that you've got. I know you have Native American art there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You have lectures there and film.
We have a lot of activities. You know, it's Schaumburg is the home of the only Native-owned and operated art gallery in the state. So we're very proud of the extension from the American Indian Center to do that and create wonderful opportunities to share contemporary art and culture. So we keep programs and activities going there regularly to create and see all of the different things, from Native authored books to films that are produced by Native people. And we also now are sharing a lot of different cultures there that intertwine with Native culture.
Now you've been involved with the Smithsonian, haven't you?
We have. So we were actually, myself and 8 others were curators for the opening of the Smithsonian. So we actually have an exhibit representing Chicago and in our community as the oldest urban community in the country.
Now, you've got a big powwow coming up, and I understand that you are a fashion aficionado. Is that? Tell me about that.
Well, I'm doing a fashion show on the 14th of September, and I think it's going to start about 7. So I work with a lot of the youth, and I try to get everybody in the community involved, like their children, and ask them if they could come and be a part of my fashion show. You know, just to give them the opportunity to walk down the runway. You know, to kind of.
Where's this going to be? This fashion
at the
show?
gallery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
In Schaumburg.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
So yeah, so right now I'm just kind of working on that and just trying to get, like I said, everybody involved who would want to be involved.
How did you get involved in Native American fashion?
My mom was a seamstress, so I just kind of I just remember everything that she had taught me when I was a little girl, and then I started designing when I was in high school, and then I picked up when I moved out here, because I moved out here with my family, and I have little girls, so little girls inspired me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Now, what about this powwow that's coming? And I understand you have this big event every year.
Yeah, so this will be our 59th annual, and you know, because of the.
Oh, it's older than you, Joe.
It is. But because of the opportunities, we looked and created a partnership with Cook County Forest Preserve. We're aiming for Schaumburg, really close. We're right across the street.
Sure.
But it's going to be in Bussey Woods. It's typically the one we do at Navy Pier in downtown Chicago.
Okay.
But we felt it would come back to a more traditional setting in the woods. It feels better for our dancers, just who we are as a people, and it made sense.
Who's invited to this, and how does somebody?
Anyone and everyone is welcome. There'll be about 400 dancers. This is a powwow that this part of the area has not seen before. We filled Navy Pier consecutive years.
Is that what we're seeing back here in this picture?
Yeah, this is actually one of the grand entry shots. This is only probably about 1/10 of the dancers that's there. There's a whole circle of dancers that are always led in by veterans. Okay. Our Native veterans and our Eagle Feather staff always come first, followed by, we partner with the Great Lakes Naval Base. Any and all veterans are always welcome. You don't have to be Native, you don't have to be in regalia. It's about honoring those that have served and protected.
Okay, and these are all different tribes. Is that appropriate to say the tribes are
yeah,
different?
Tribes. There's over 100 different tribes represented at this powwow, and each of those dance styles. You know, Leanne is probably more of an expert than me with her designs and fashion, but each of the colors and patterns represent where they're from.
Okay.
So there's meaning behind each of those dance styles and those regalia. That's
you've got some fashion here, haven't you?
Yes. Well, this is my daughter's first jingle dress that I had made for her. So, like I said, my first jingle dress, and she had just gotten into powwow.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how old is she?
She's 7 years old.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
and she'll be dancing in the powwow.
She'll be dancing in the powwow too.
Okay. You have another one down there too.
And then this is a part of my fashion show that I do. This is more of a traditional Navajo set.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I kind of go back into probably like early 1900s and just kind of work back and then do my fashion forward.
This will be on display at the powwow or at the Trickster Gallery? Or?
Yes, at the gallery. This will be in the fashion show.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So, you know, Leanne is a perfect example of the benefits of Trickster Gallery. Yes. Is, you know, the connection. The city's too far for a lot of people, so it's created a home away from home type place that for the Native families that live in Schaumburg and the surrounding area, they've really connected. And the benefits are, you know, bringing these arts and crafts out and a beautiful fashion show that will be there for everyone, and they are for sale.
Yes.
So you can come. She does custom orders, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay, and this
I shouldn't speak for her. I'll get myself and all of us in trouble.
No, it's fine.
So.
No, I do custom orders, and then also it's just not for Native American. On some of the stuff that I make, I also have one of my daughter's friends who would buy like cute little vests that I make just because they like the native print, because I do work with a lot of native print, and I try to go back, like, you know, go modern, traditional, contemporary, and then this is mainly just traditional for Navajo.
Okay.
You know, because I do sew for people back in Arizona who are princesses, so this is stuff that I would make for them.
Are you Navajo? Is that?
Yes, I'm full-blooded Navajo.
Full-blooded Navajo?
Yeah.
And Joe,
I'm a Ojibwe.
Wait. You're Polish, aren't you?
Yeah, that's. Well, could you tell from the name? Traditional Indian name.
But what tribe?
I'm Ojibwe and from Lakudere in northern Wisconsin.
Okay.
And also Polish.
Okay, all right. And now, what you know?
So, you know, there's some exciting news that we're looking forward to this school year at the Trickster Gallery. We're going to add. We were just recently donated a full-size teepee that was painted by Eugene Pine, who passed some years ago. He was from White Earth in Minnesota. Okay. Was a fabulously well-known artist that painted the hide that goes around it. So that'll be on display that we can do match state curriculum for the history component where schools can come and do. And
you work with the schools locally here, don't you?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's one of our goals, is to make sure that we continue to educate kids at a young age so that they're comfortable around, you know, we can get rid of some of the stereotypical questions out of the way and they feel comfortable in coming to visit us regularly.
Okay. What are the hours of the Trickster Gallery? What?
We're there Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you too.
Joe,
thank you.
Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Always.
It's that time of year again. Schaumburg's gearing up for its annual festival of the music, food, and fun. Find out more next here on Speaking of Schaumburg. Every September, Schaumburg's municipal grounds are home to live music, great food, and fun for the whole family. Here to tell us about what we can expect from this year's Septemberfest is Village Special Events Coordinator, Roxanne Benvenuti. Roxanne, glad to have you back.
Thank you. It's that time of year again.
Tell us about Septemberfest. Oh, my heavens, already? Septemberfest?
Not yet.
Well, tell us about this year's event.
Oh, it's always the place to be. Labor Day weekend is in Schaumburg at Septemberfest.
You said that last year.
I know, but it is the place to be.
What's new?
People plan their reunions.
What kind
and
of
their
what kind of
family
new bands do you have? I mean, who's?
The new bands this year, it's going to be great. On Saturday, we'll be featuring Grand Funk Railroad.
Okay.
And we've had.
I've heard of them.
Yes, and we've had requests for them from residents in the past, and we were finally able to route them to Schaumburg that weekend.
Okay.
So looking forward to that. And on Sunday, we'll be featuring the Family Stone. And on Monday, we're having back.
Wait, back up. The Family Stone.
The family. It used to be it used to be Sly and the Family Stone.
And Sly's no longer with them.
No, but it's all.
So
the
they got rid of
original.
Sly. Got rid of Sly, and now it's just a Stone.
Still, the original members, Sam Sly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think what's important to mention about this band is you might say, well, what band was that? When you hear all of the songs, you'll know them.
Well, tell me some of these songs.
Well, I listed them all on the website that people would know, but Everyday People.
I've heard that.
I Want to Thank You for Being Myself.
Okay.
There's many.
All right.
Once I started looking at their list of songs,
Yeah.
the songs you hear at weddings and parties and
yes,
songs
yes.
you can sing along to and have a good time with. Good summer.
Okay. Now the
music.
third band.
And the third band is back by popular demand is Seventh Heaven. And they have a mix of covers and original songs.
Okay, all right. I've heard a lot about that.
They draw a
band.
great crowd. People ask for them, so we're having.
Now that's the
back.
big stage, right? That's the big stage.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's on Saturday.
What-
and
what-
they
what-
each have opening acts as
Oh,
well.
tell us about the opening acts.
So, we're just booking that, and right now it looks like for Grand Funk Railroad, we'll be booking Melon Cougar. So they're a John Cougar Mellencamp tribute.
I thought that sounded like that might have something to do with John Cougar Mellencamp.
So that's a popular band. And on Sunday, we're still ironing that out. It looks like it might be the Karen Hart Band, and we've had them years ago.
Whoever that might be.
And classic rock.
Okay, all right.
And then on Monday, He Said, She Said is opening for Seventh Heaven.
Okay.
They're
Another
popular
good
local
group.
It'll be fun. It'll
Now
be songs you know and people you can sing to.
Now that's the
and have a
big
good
stage.
time.
So that's the big stage.
That's
right?
the big
Now you got
stage,
that
yeah.
small stage out there, and I know you've got a lot of local groups, and you also have what in the dining tent you have
Yeah,
music?
well, we have the three stages. We've got the Miller Lite main stage, what we just discussed,
Sure.
and then we have the Prairie Center music stage, which features all the local acts. We're going to have all of the, school district elementary bands, and
Sure.
the park district groups, and the local dance clubs, all coming out so the families can see their kids perform.
Sure.
And that draws really well. Big crowds out for that. And then we also have a stage in the dining tent.
Yeah.
So while people are, enjoying all that great food, they can also listen to some good music.
Like who?
Oh, we're going to have Denny Diamond and Family Jewels back.
That name sounds familiar.
He performed here a few years ago.
Yeah, and he sounds just like Neil Diamond.
He does.
Yeah, he really does.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He's very good. And we have different a cappella groups in there.
Wait.
And some dance groups.
Acapella, what does that mean?
You should know.
I know, but maybe there's somebody out in our audience who doesn't know what that means.
Singing without the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to singing with the music.
And then dance groups too. Many dance groups in there.
Okay.
So. In the dining tent, yeah, they're going to have
really?
dancing and singing in the dining tent
Okay.
stage.
And of course, you always have a Miss Septemberfest, don't you?
Yes, we have Miss Septemberfest, and she has a court. So there's 5 girls, Miss Septemberfest, and her 4 court members. Okay. So actually, we're still taking applications through August 3rd for that, and looking
How many
for
do you
the
have?
more the merrier
How many
to
do you have
apply.
now? How many do you have now?
I'd have to look. I mean, a fair
5,
amount.
2, 6,
a
15?
fair amount. We can make a court.
Okay, so you'd have to make a court. Okay.
We can make a court, but the deadline is August 3rd, so it's usually human nature that people get them in at the last minute.
Well, we only have a few days here because this show kicks off first part of August, and August 3rd, did you say?
August 3rd is the last.
Yeah, that's
is the
pretty
deadline
close.
to
That's
apply
pretty
for that
close.
opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, and then of course you've got it's a 3-day event.
Always.
So you've got the restaurants there on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, the restaurants will be there Saturday and Sunday. 26 of them this year.
Is that more than last year?
We have anywhere between 24 and 26.
Okay. Any
That's the
brand
maximum
new
we
any
can
brand
have.
new restaurants coming in?
Yeah, we've got 5 new ones this year.
And
actually.
they would be?
And they would be. We have Sweet Tomatoes joining us.
Oh yeah, sure. That's over on
They're in Schaumburg.
I know it's in Schaumburg.
Well, Sweet Tomatoes is joining us. And
right next to Ram, right? Okay.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And Thai Pepper
That sounds spicy.
in Schaumburg Road. that sounds really good.
I mean, Thai sounds spicy.
It's not all.
And then you say
spicy.
pepper. That sounds to me like it's a spicier spicer. Spicer, whatever.
Well, it could be, but I think they make for everybody.
Okay.
You have to come check it out at the fest.
All right.
And we're going to have a Wild Bull Tavern and Grill.
Okay.
Dairy Queen's coming back. They haven't been for a while.
McConnell Parkway, that's where Sweet Tomatoes is located. Okay.
Yes, very good.
All right.
And Dairy Queen's making their return.
Oh,
Because
yes.
they haven't been in a couple of years. A new owner over there. They're coming back. And now we just had a last-minute add-on, too, that just made it in the nick of time, is Moe's Southwest Grill.
Okay, sure. That's
so
over
we
the
have
Meacham
all
Road.
different kinds of food there.
Yeah, I'll say.
You have to bring your appetite.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, the rest of them, people are coming back from last year.
Now that's on Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday is the Taste of
And now
Schaumburg.
what about Monday?
Monday is when the local not-for-profit organizations have a chance to sell food and drinks to earn money for the group. So there will be some restaurants that stay. 6 of them are sponsoring somebody on Monday. So 6 of those restaurants you see on Saturday and Sunday will be there on Monday as well. And the rest will all be new. And we have 26 organizations, same number as restaurants.
Yeah.
This year, actually, it's the same. But they'll be selling food to earn money for their groups. So you definitely want to come out and support the groups and try to get a little something from as
Cub
many
Scouts,
as you can.
Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts.
Yeah, athletic teams.
Yeah.
They're
SAA,
all out
yeah.
here. They're all out there, working hard. It's a tough job to be out there
And
all
what do you
day.
predict the weather's going to be?
But the drought we've been having, let's just hope that we need rain, but let's just hope it doesn't come on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. And then you've got the carnival, right? At the same time you got the
Yes.
carnival and you've got the arts and crafts.
Right. The fest is kind of set up like an hourglass where we have 250 arts and crafts booths.
Okay.
Great place to pick up, you know, some unique gifts for friends and family or yourself.
Sure.
And then 18 ride and 10 game carnival.
Okay.
On the west end, and then on the east end we have the dining tent, the food tent with the restaurants and not-for-profits, bingo, which is popular. There's rarely an empty seat in there, and then the 3 stages of entertainment. And right in the middle of that walkway are our sponsors that we're so grateful to have.
Well, like, what are some of the sponsors we have?
We have many sponsors, thank goodness.
Yes.
Some of our biggest ones this year, Werther's Original was here last year, but they're coming back this year with a much bigger setup, and they're going to have an entire sampling booth. It looks really fun. And they're building it to kind of look like their store at Epcot Center, so that'll be fun.
Ah.
And Geico's coming in with a giant display this year.
You're going to have the little green Geico?
The Gecko, I hope so.
Gecko?
He was here, yeah, they were here a couple
Geico's
years
Gecko?
ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll
You
be...
have somebody dressed up like, you're not going to
that'll
have
be
somebody dressed
fun.
up like that, are you?
They did a couple years ago, I'm not sure. They're coming back with that. And
how many years have you been doing this, Roxanne?
this will be my 16th one.
Your 16th?
Yeah.
And your kids kind of
was
grew up with
counting.
this, didn't they?
Yeah, they
September.
did.
I know that one of my daughters, her birthday, September 5th, and she always thought that Septemberfest was...
This is a big party for her.
Yeah.
We
And
get
we
by with
encouraged
that
it.
for a
We
few
encouraged it.
years.
Yes, this is for you, you know, Beth, your party.
That's
Not
really
really, but
nice.
she always thought it was her birthday party. So,
Well, people plan many parties that weekend.
yeah.
You know, it's the last hurrah of summer, school is starting.
And fireworks, quickly, fireworks.
Fireworks on Sunday night.
Okay.
And parade also
That's
on
right.
Monday.
That's
so
on Monday. How many entries do you have?
always around 100.
Around 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really pack them in there. So, I mean, every day you can find...
And what's the theme?
Theme this year is Life on the Farm, going back to the original days of Schaumburg.
So we're going to have chickens and pigs and
corn, hopefully.
corn
We get
on
some
the
rain,
cob, right?
And hay, and yeah. So every day there, you'll find similar things at the fest, no matter which day you come.
How many
all
volunteers
3.
do you have?
Around 200.
How many members in the Septemberfest committee?
20.
All right. Thanks, Rex.
Yeah. So definitely come out because
I will
the
be
fest
there.
is great each day. But
I'm looking forward to the gecko.
Saturday, free pony rides.
Well, I won't look forward to that, but
And Sunday fireworks, and Monday we've got the parade. So there's something unique to each day too.
thank you, Roxanne.
Okay.
Okay. That'll do it for this edition of Speaking of Schaumburg. Join us again next month for another all-exciting new episode. Until then, I'll see you around town.